electricity, for camping refrigerator, electric fan, anything else. You can watch your TV. Yeah, it's very nice. And you can charge smartphone. iPhone 10, you can charge about 100 times. Your children, yeah, it didn't obsess. Yeah, very, enjoy your camping. And my wife and my friends, they don't like to go camping. They told me always, it's too hard to build a new tent to make something. But if you're using electricity, it's more comfortable. So this air station, you can charge from a solar panel, so you can extend your comfortable camping, and you can use it every DC power, AC power, 100, 220. You know, we already live in a smart home, but this power station has a differentiation with another competitor. That is smart IoT function. We have a Wi-Fi and cellular 4G and 5G. Why I installed this function to this power station? Because you imagine about smart home device. You are usually using in your US home, in US. You protect and you worried about security in your home. But I always afraid sometimes a bear appear. If you face to face with a bear, you can how do you say hello? You can say hello? No, it's really you have to run out and just take away and just watching. So there are so many bear spray in your market. So this function you can use it by a smart camping IoT function. You can control everything. It's turn on your LED light, turn on electric fan, and watch your infrared CCTV, and you can watch your fish or predator, wild animal. You can log in a lot. And this power station has a emergency function. If you have an emergency situation, you can press this button for 10 seconds. Yeah, you can send a message to the 911 and your friend. Why we
Okay, thank you. Let's start the question. Anyone have any questions?
Oh, sorry.
My name is Esther. I'm marketing director of VideoNet. Have you ever experienced any damage by forgery? Is your genuine product really protected? My wedding gift turns out to be a fake, so I'm the one who had a damage from the fake. In 2008, fake milk powder killed 6 babies, paid 300,000 yield. In 2018, fake vaccine caused the dying of children. So the counterfeit becomes global issues. The problem of existing technology, such as QR code, hologram, RFID, has very little effect on verifying genuine product. So a brand new solution is required. VideoNet seeks to provide a more reliable society, so that we try to replace the holograms that can be copied easily. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along. VideoNet produce and develop genuine product certification solutions. Now let's have a look at our product. Sorry. Okay, VideoNet can easily checked by eyes and securely verified by mobile. Seems like the standard doesn't come.
VisualNet protects the rights of manufacturers and prevents the damages from customers and public health.
We have total solutions. Visual tag is on and offline authenticity, is checked by eyes and securely verified by mobile. Visual tag consists of multi-layer optic films, has destructive layers to prevent a malicious reuse. Visual tag is based on micro-optic technology combined with the ICT and the blockchain technology making replication impossible. Food safety has always been a global concern. According to WHO, 420,000 people die each year for food poisoning. The blockchain is the solution. The blockchain combined with IoT reduced worldwide food tracking to a second. Visual tag was designed to prevent counterfeit and alteration that becomes a major problem in the world. Visual tag can be applied to almost all products, such as handbag, liquor, and toys. We have two revenue models. One is a sales of visual tag, the other one is a true platform service. We have 7 different online services available. If all this data become accumulated in the servers, we can have big data service as well. Smart labeling of visual tag can be combined IoT, AR, AI technologies. Okay, our competitors' hidden tag is a simple printing technique using digital watermarking. Their price is very cheap, but they need to use the mobile phone. And AdTech is using the nano ink. They change the colors. Our solution is very competitive to compare with the other competitors. Digital tag requires no tools. It can be easily certified by eyes and securely verified by mobiles. And our price is comparative with our other products. Okay, our market size of product authenticity is $0.2 billion in Korea and $3 billion in China and US markets, and the 10 billion in worldwide market. The high percentage of counterfeit goods confiscated by US or Japanese authority is China, 72%. Therefore, we work very closely with the Anmang, which is an intellectual property service in China. So, VisualNet adopts global markets, B2B marketing and partnership. Okay, we have 4 different types of customers. And our main customers in Korea is Titleist, and is subsidiary of
Thank you, Esther.
Okay.
This is David from Smartrim뱅이. It's an honor to standing here. You know what? Our original people sweat 500 milliliters a day from their feet. Our shoes should be sticky, infected, and damped. So the 50% of world people are suffered from food disease, and the experts say the environment of inside the shoes is the garden need. As in this picture, there is a lot of negative factors that wet shoes. To solve these problems, we should wash our shoes every day, but we can't wash our shoes every day. I'd like to suggest the solution shoe blast. It is easy, powerful, portable. I'd like to introduce the core function of shoe blast. First of all, shoe blast will check the humidity of shoes double sterilization and with UV and hot air. And finally, shoe rust will dry to the 50 Celsius hot air convection system, which is the most efficient, effective drying system for shoes. Here is our competitor. Compare with other products, our product can be applied to one pair of shoes in one time. Simple design and use efficient battery distribution system. In one home drive show, many Chinese show positive responses. Last year, we shoe rust award, the National Assembly Speakers Award, and we have many patents. Currently, we are planning to enter the world market. This picture, we requested to a specialist company to make the agent trade to search the market size of shoe care device. And as this data, according to this data, the world market size is about $500 million, and the market growth rate is quite high. And considering the market growth rate of healthcare industry, not just home price and premium sneakers, the market is quite large. As you know, premium sneakers is hard to carry. We participate in many exhibitions such as CES, WC, TIHIS, and we secure many potential buyers. This is our schedule, and we discuss about co-development with Haier. There is Chinese biggest home appliance company, and we will visit their headquarters and we are discussing first with 5 Japanese companies, distributors, and our future plan, we will operate the shoe rust second version and add-on kit, and we will apply to car option. Finally, shoe rust will be the shoes for wearable device. This is our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have several different products, especially in sound equipment. First of all, a slim type Bluetooth speaker. Secondly, bone conduction eyeglasses, which is I'm wearing now, and bone conduction earbuds. And finally, coding educational kit for etiquette. Let me first start with the slim type Bluetooth speaker. Growth of the Bluetooth speakers market is exceed to about $25 billion to 2020. Why do they buy Bluetooth speaker? Because the smartphone speaker is the weak sound. But it is really uncomfortable to carry in ordinary situations because it's bulky and huge. So why do they huge quantity? Because the ecospace here, ecospace make bass sound. So in terms of smartphone cases, really tiny, which is the narrow, it's not work as an ecospace. So the bass sound is weak. Our world first typed tiny, slim type Bluetooth speaker, earbud speaker, which is ultra slim typed without an ecospace, because whether to put a slim type Bluetooth speaker is on the boxes or tables, that object working as an ecospace with a superior sound quality. Additionally, 3000 milliamperes working as a power bank. Secondly, bone conduction eyeglasses and bone conduction speaker, which is super comfortable. Would you drive your car without, or jogging without, with plugging in earphones running? It is really dangerous to recognize outside situations. It can make accident. It is hard to prevent in advance. Let me example of principle of bone conduction. Ordinary air conduction comes here into the ear canal, but instead bone conduction squeezes in here, cheekbone, until here. So while wearing bone conduction speakers, ear is open status. So while listening to music, listen to surrounding noise is available. Here is Amazon's graph, selling graph. As you can see, bone conduction demands increase, which is much more higher than the existing wireless Bluetooth earbuds. But there is a fatal task to solve of the bone conduction earbuds. First of all, sound leakage phenomenon. Audio sense is my own audio, but you can overhear my audio. It calls sound leakage phenomenon. Secondly, wearability is really discomfort, pain, pressure. So in order to solve that problem, we developed totally wireless bone conduction earbuds, which is not pain, pressure. Designed with ergonomical compared to original bone conduction devices. We can analyze 3D scanning, head shapes, and ear wheel to mainly to maximize comfort. Secondly, differentiations. We put every our effort to develop sound leakage phenomenon. So we co-develop with the Vibration Research Institute centers. Finally, patented develop a leaf suspension which can reduce the sound pathway, vibration pathway to reduce that can make some sound leakage phenomenon. Original bone conduction modules has, unlike other bone conduction models, we have two vibration plate, which can make low frequency, not only for low frequency but also for high frequency.
Okay, thank you, Tesla. We have some questions.
I can say a good news. I'm the last one, so this is WELT. The WELT means actually German. In German, it means word, but we named our company's name like Wellness Therapeutics. So let's start. So we trade the lifestyle. The WELT Core started as in-house venture of Samsung and spun out exactly 3 years ago. We got funded from Samsung and we closed the Series A last year. And now we're looking for a Series B to move on to the next phase. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sean, medical doctor and CEO as well. And I worked for the Ministry of Health in Korea for several years, and after that I was in charge of healthcare strategy and planning in the Samsung side. And after that, I became a CEO of WELT. So this is me, I'm the unicorn. We have two products. I'm afraid to say that we have more than one product because yeah, there's 4 programs there. So, but yeah, during the 3 years, we made a digital diagnostics, and from now on, we will develop the digital therapeutics. So that's how it's going. Let me start from digital therapeutics. Have you heard about this? Yeah, digital therapeutics is a software-based product with proven clinical efficacy for treatment of disease. Practically, it's a software, but yeah, there's first and second digital therapeutics already got approval from FDA, and they're in the market. So this is fast-growing and very promising market. And many global pharma companies are looking at the opportunity in these markets. And among this, yeah, firstly, we already arranged meeting with Amgen headquarters in Los Angeles. So yeah, I hope to have a meeting in Los Angeles with Amgen in October. And digital therapeutics that we're making is also clinically proven software, but unlike others, the therapeutic effect can be improved with companion diagnostics. I'll say this later. And each target market we are aiming is sarcopenia and type 2 diabetes. Sarcopenia has no existing treatment method till now, so digital therapeutics can be the only treatment for the sarcopenia. The academic working group is supporting us in each pipelines right now. There are many stakeholders in the market. To penetrate the market, actually we are aligning every customer benefits. And I can be sure that digital therapeutics is the fastest and the cheapest way to make next generation pharma company. So let's go to the digital diagnostics. We already made it, which is belt. I'm already wearing. And recently we published an academic paper with Cornell and NYU University using lifestyle data from the smart belt. And only this year, we showed our product in CES in Las Vegas, and we got picked as best of CES. So it was my honor to be shown my product in Rockefeller Center in New York City. So KT and Kodak is our customer in today's show. And another customer is your president. So, it was very lucky, but I got a chance, very fortunately, got a chance to give our product to both presidents in France and Korea. And this is why we went there. So we are collaborating with many fashion brands, including SC Dupont and Tumi. Yeah. So someone said, yeah, this is what we did, and if you have it, someone regret it. And someone said genetics brought the gun and lifestyle pulls the trigger. And we are expert in lifestyle, so we can treat lifestyle better than any others. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan.
Yeah.
We are working on the problem of spinal deformities. We have started in year 2016, February. So far, we have been funded $1.3 million US, and right now we're selling our product in Japan and Korea. I myself have been working for Medtronic for 4 years before I established my company. And my team consists of researchers specialized in the field of spine biomechanics with software engineers and product designers. We're also ready to go global because I have formed our sales team to be able to perform sales activities overseas. Before I really dig into my business, I'd like to share with you guys some important numbers in the field of scoliosis that we are focusing on. Most importantly, about 3 to 4% of all population in the world develop scoliosis. About 50% of scoliotic patients are growing children, and about 6 to 7 times more females than boys. So these 3 numbers are very important. Scoliosis gets developed. It starts from the mild stage, and then it goes to moderate to severe stage. And in each category, patients have to go through certain medical treatment. The patients that we are focusing on are the patients who fall into this moderate stage, where they are prescribed with bracing. If they're not treated properly in that stage, they have to move on to the severe stage where they have to receive the very invasive spinal surgery. And these are the kind of devices that they are prescribed by the doctors. And you probably can see why they are not able to, the kids are not able to wear the brace for 18 hours a day, which is the hour that they have to wear in order for the brace to be effective. So compliance is very important. So our approach was to kind of think in terms of patients. We really stood on the patient's perspective, and we came up with the design so that we can actually improve their quality of life, so that they can really wear it for 18 hours a day, which will lead to the better clinical result. So we had designed our device. It's made with fabric. So the compliance was something that we really wanted to improve. And we have launched our device in the Korean and Japanese market. And the doctors, when they see our device at first sight, they say, oh, this device they can wear it for 18 hours a day, because there's a pain point for doctors, because they're going to prescribe this expensive device to their patients, and then the patients are going to walk in after 3 months, and then the condition is not so, improved. And then, doctors will feel, regretful of, prescribing the device, because patients are not able to wear it for 18 hours a day. The statistics, only 15% of all patients comply with the wear time of the scoliosis brace. So we're losing those 85% compliance. So that's why we have come up with this device. We have really focused on improving patients' quality of life, leading to a better outcome in terms of compliance. With all patient cases that we have so far, we have more than 50% correction effectiveness. So we have clinically proven our device to be effective. And right now we're in the phase of moving into the future of scoliosis brace. This is the product that we will be launching at the end of this year, which will have pressure sensors, and the system that's backed up will have this, the data that will be visualized by the doctors and their parents, patients' parents, and even we're gonna even increase the gap between ourselves and the heart brace.
Okay, thank you. Move to the question and answer.
Hello, my name is Antonio Kim. So, how many interpretations do you guys use? Probably there are more than a few hundred. Do you remember all of your accounts and passwords? Most definitely not. Because usually you are asked to create IDs and passwords with too many digits and complex combinations. Moreover, you don't feel it much when you are charged a lot of money, when you identify yourself to buy, pay, and bank through the internet. Occasionally, your private information such as social security number, and credit card number, and phone number get leaked by mistake. Decentralized authentication, DOS as we call it, solves these problems all in one package. DOS reduces the running cost of internet application services and eliminates all the inconvenient factors when you sign in, log in, buy, pay, and bank with any type of internet application, including mobile apps. When you use this new technology, internet applications won't be a bother to you anymore with their complex cybersecurity processes and won't put you at risk with the personal information leakage when you sign in, log in, buy, pay, and bank through the internet. So plus, you can check all your accounts and your personal information in one place all the time. Technically speaking, you own your personal data and share them systemically. With DOS, our core blockchain technology comes up with it. This means you can hide and remove all your personal data on your own without needing permissions from service providers. So, would you like to use DOS? Do you feel like you'd like to use it right now? But unfortunately, our ambitious project is still under development. We expect to finalize the project in about 6 months. It is the heart of a next generation blockchain mainnet project called DAIB. DAIB is going to be listed on several well-known global crypto exchanges soon. DOS differentiates itself from traditional authentication and sign-up systems in many important ways. Essentially, it returns the ownership of personal data to the user. DOS have many outstanding features, but you should remember that we guarantee the DOS will adhere to the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, and FIDO, Fast Identification Line, because we are aiming for its global extension. DOS does not only comply with global standards, but it also ensures user satisfaction as just one click on your mobile phone is needed when you require identification and authentication. One unique private key encrypted with a hash algorithm, which is also bundled with a hierarchical keychain and blockchain consensus algorithm, ensures your safety. In early stage of our project, we were aiming to possess intellectual properties. We have applied for 2 patents based on blockchain and software engineering technology. A prototype of P2P payment, peer-to-peer payment system between fiat and cryptocurrency under the name of DAIB has been launched in 8 restaurants, already launched in 8 restaurants in the Gangnam area. So, some people may wonder why I mentioned the numbers wrong. Why I mentioned the payment system along with the authentication system. The reason that I mentioned the payment system is that authentication system market is growing rapidly according to the payment system market growth. But don't forget, we are focusing on future payment system market in which I predict the peer-to-peer payment system will finally take over the whole world. If my prediction is right, self-authentication and identification under the GDPR will become increasingly important.
Thank you. We have some questions. Let's start with questions.
That's it. Where the average cost is around $300. which make it difficult to be used for public education. Second of all, it is difficult and not practical because it is focused on program education. Lastly, there are no design and no contents that will attract children. So, we've been thinking about how to make it more familiar and fun to kids. Making paper toys DIY products that allow children to assemble it so they naturally understand how the machine works and run the engineering mindset by step. For instance, this is our product. Once I turn this knob, the paper toy will move its wing. So far, Robotri is the only company that can show a movement in paper by using machine principle. We currently have 15 models that contain 5 mechanical structures. Both technical and design are registered at Newton office. Mechanical toy price at $9, which is up to 96% cheaper than existing set toy. Also, it is safe and harmless since it is made out of paper. Assembling each product, children will learn each machine principle that belongs to that product because it is specialized in mechanical engineering and robot education. Since it has its own character and story, it will create a lot of interest. Its adorable design will attract them even more. Regular paper toys are cheap but have no educational effect. Conventional stamp toys are very expensive, but Robotree has competitiveness because it is affordable and has a definite educational effect. This is our business plan. We are concentrating on developing mechanical paper toys, setting curriculum for education, for affordable STEM education. Actually, City also support us to do a youth project that allows extend not only hardware education but also software education by linking Arduino to paper toys. Also, we are aiming to enter the global market since we've been selected by NUS Enterprise Global Accelerating in Singapore. We also have planned to publish 30 books with our character in September. This is our budget, the revenue, and the spending expenditure. There are the two-way marketing of the product. One is for B2C, for parents who are interested in educational toys. The other one is B2B, for elementary or middle school, that allow children to choose their classes and have after-school activities. There are 3 milestones of the product. First, publishing 30 books. Second, developing paper toy. Third, creation, curriculum education. Based on design, contents, and technology, Robotree has been its potential in many countries. For instance, we won first place in K-Startup Challenge in Singapore. We will work hard to increase children's interest in STEM education. We are surely making a better world with papers. Thank you for listening.